Hello everybody, how are you? I know you guys are probably wondering, where the heck have you been? Look at his poor tear stains. Um, I had a really rough week. Yeah, it was really rough. I was at my aunt's and grandmother's house visiting, and I got struck with really like nausea and like really lightheaded, like kind of dizzy, just kind of feeling like I just got off of a ride or something, or a merry-go-round or something like that. It was just really strange. But I wasn't sure if it was related to the IBS or vertigo, so because both can cause symptoms if you have a lot of nausea. So I didn't tell my aunt and grandma because I didn't want to worry them, and I didn't know what to do about the scooter because I rode my scooter there. It's a mobility scooter. It's like a wheelchair, fancy looking wheelchair. So there was a dollar store really close by, so I went in there because I know they sell ginger gravel, so which doesn't make you sleepy. So I went in there and grabbed that. Thought maybe I just need to eat something. I haven't had lunch, drink some water, whatever. But I knew when I was walking into Dollarama that it was definitely vertigo, because it kind of, I don't know, it feels like to walk in space, but when you see astronauts like kind of floating and going up and down because there's no gravity, that's what it feels like. This is what it feels like. You don't have sense of full gravity, and if you're putting your foot all the way down, or or just walking in a straight line or something like that. So my scooter has a reclining seat, so not full recline like laying down, but partial decline, where I can get some of the pressure from my inner ear, because mine is caused by fluid in the inner ear, sinus fluid in the inner ear. So I called my mom. I told her what was going on. I told her there's no way I can go shopping. I got to get home like ASAP, So I rode my scooter half speed, which is like 8 miles per hour, which is equivalent to like 12 kilometers an hour. So it's pretty slow. It's a wheelchair mode that I was on. Probably about a medium wheelchair mode. So, but I was mostly on residential streets, and I only had to pass one busy street. So I was very cautious about doing that. And then the rest of my ride home was trails that don't have people on it during the day, because it's all factories out there, and those trails are there for them to get to work safer, and for a way to get down there, because before we didn't have buses and all that went down there. Now we do. But anyway, so it was pretty safe, it was a pretty safe ride. My mom had my location, so I do not suggest driving in a car like that, but my scooter's still, like, I can ride it at indoor wheelchair mode up to fast wheelchair mode. Like, it only goes up to 15 miles per hour, which is like, say, I think 20 something kilometers an hour. It's not fast. So anyway, I got home, and I could not, like, as soon as I got in the house, I was like near bed bound at that point, because the pressure builds up and builds up. So I was, once I laid in my bed, like, I could really feel, really feel it. And I fell asleep, like, literally until 9 o'clock at night. Had some cereal at 9. I didn't have lunch or dinner that day. So I had some cereal at 9 o'clock at night, and then took more gravel, and then I went back, like, I was back to bed. And then the next day, I couldn't sit in a reclining position. I still had to be in a closer to a flat position. So I couldn't really do anything. I couldn't color on my tablet. I couldn't really do anything. It was pretty rough. Took, of course, ginger gravel to help with the nausea. I had I didn't have it that day, the ginger tea that day, because I was taking more gravel. And by third day, I could be in a reclining position. And I could actually color on my tablet, but I had to take breaks from it. But I couldn't be near bright lights or anything like that. And it just gradually, slowly gets better and slowly gets better as your inner ears are drying out. There's really nothing that they can do for that, because it's raining out. Because I have a lot of scar tissue in my ears, so there's nothing that they can do surgically to put tubes in or anything like that. I just have to wait it out. You know, take decongestants, use my Navage on a regular basis. That's all that I can do. And my IBS was really acting up because I wasn't able to move, so the indigestion was really on its peak. So yeah, it has just been a ridiculous week. But yesterday I was able to sit up for 2 hours, so that shows me that I'm able to come back to work on Monday. I'm still trying to get like my energy level back up, you know, because I've just been laying around and, you know, and I run on lower blood pressure, so when I lay around I get real fatigued. So it's been rough. I've missed everyone. I've missed painting so bad, but I was able to fix Pickle. I couldn't believe it. Even though I was dizzy, I had to know if it worked. So on the third day, I couldn't on the first 2 days. There was no way I could do that. But on the third day, I went to check them and see if what I did worked, if the paint took. And it actually did. I was so excited. I messaged Elizabeth and my customer group and told them, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, it worked. So when I was on, just before I got sick, I was on live, and Pickle wasn't taking the paint, and I had 2 layers of primer on them. I didn't know what the heck was going on, but I did find out the day after that the primer didn't stick. So one of my friends who was an artist, was on the live that night when it was happening, and she said, well, I was told to use varnish and thinner, and I've done that for air dry, but not thinner, just varnish on its own. I never used thinner with it. So I'm like, okay, here's what I'll do. I have a full jar of Irresistible's matte varnish, and I'll mix that with Irresistible's Liquid Thin, which is a thinner. So that's what I did. And then I baked that, and I baked it twice just to be on the safe side. And then the next day I did the paint on them, and I had that friend go on a video call with me to try it, and to see if it would take. I was so nervous. I was so stressed out about this, and it actually worked. Like, it was painting on nicely, it looked really nicely blended, but then I had to see if it was going to stick. So I baked him. When I left the house, I was perfectly fine that day, and then near the end of my visit with my grandma and my aunt, that's when I got hit with vertigo. So he was already baked while I was gone. So I checked him on the third day, because I wasn't able to walk around or anything like that. So I checked him on the third day. I did a rub test. I even did a little scratch test on the back of his head with my nail. It all stuck. I couldn't believe it. So I'm looking forward to coming back tomorrow or Monday and getting back to Pickle and the other babies. Now that I know Pickle's ready to go. I mean, it's such a relief. I got to catch him up with his limbs now. But anyway, that's my update. Ta-ta for now.